Hello everybody, it is I, Inspector Fliss, and today I'm doing a hot take. A hot take on a show I've been watching go down the freaking drain over the past few days. Well, not days, months. The show I have in question for you today, for me to roast, is Owl House. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what Owl House is a show that was heavily inspired by Gravity Falls. You know, the show that kind of brought back cartoons for Disney and just made it like,
yes, we have something we can market now. So, money, greed.
And then they quickly realized that anything that wasn't Gravity Falls was kind of bad.
Big butt, big butt. Butt, 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 butt. Big butt, big butt. Big butt, big butt. Big butt, big butt. Butt, butt, big butt. This isn't what I wanted to be.
So what the network decided to do was push two cartoons forward that were quite similar to Gravity Falls. What are these shows? They are Owl House and Amphibia. Amphibia ran in the summer of 2019, and Owl House started airing, I don't remember when it started airing. All I know is that I watched it a while ago, and I didn't like it, okay? This is a hot take. This is off script. All I have is little notes on the side. Yes, I know that I always have little notes off to the side and I just freelance and everything, but I don't do research for this one. Because it's a hot take. Everybody knows when you make a hot take, you're not supposed to research. That's the motto of Twitter, isn't it? But no, this is more or less just my opinion, purely my opinion, and a few observations I have about the show. So basic synopsis of the entire show is, we got Luz here, who stumbles across this magical, mystical world, sees the opportunity to fulfill her dreams as going on adventures and becoming a magical witch, and uses this other world as an opportunity to escape an extremely boring camp of some kind. So a more basic synopsis, this girl talks to this girl about becoming one of these things. It's a pretty basic straight shooting plot. Okay, so the show, I have beef with it, like big beef. It's going to be destroyed today, and I am going to tell you every single problem that I've had with the show so far, and I've got a list. It's on the notepad I mentioned earlier. Okay, so I shouldn't have clapped because I don't have an animation for clap. My first problem with the show is the fact that it tries to be Gravity Falls when it just doesn't have the right scenario. Allow me to explain. Now, when they were making Gravity Falls, they had a certain formula that worked because of the way that the show was set up. You see, Gravity Falls was just two kids on a summer vacation. They're doing whatever the heck kids do on a summer vacation, you know? And there was a plot, a thing that just goes on in the background. It wasn't the main focus of the show until later in the show, okay? It wasn't taking present, they're just two kids goofing off in a summer vacation. Owl House, on the other hand, it sets itself up as, I have an objective here. I am here to become a witch. I am here to be a witch. I am supposed to become a witch. I am working on becoming a witch. You understand what I'm saying here? Because of the way that the story is set up, it is a very linear thought process. Therefore, it is supposed to follow a linear storytelling type, but because the fact that the writers don't know what they're doing, they take this linear story and pretend that it's non-linear. Like, the show will go goof on and do whatever the heck it wants to do just because it's fun, and, you know, it's not really a problem until the fact that you realize it's a linear setup. It's supposed to be moving forward with an idea, but it's not. It's trying so hard to capture the feel of Gravity Falls, it's selling itself short. I'm gonna chalk this one up to executive meddling. I mean, because honestly, if you think about it, why else would there be two Gravity Falls clones coming out at the same time? Disney Channel is just trying to capitalize on their previous success. They're just trying to run with a formula that they know works. And, you know, Owl House can't blossom because of this. I mean, I don't really know if it's 100% executive meddling, but that's just kind of what the vibe it gives me. I have not researched this at all. I don't feel like any of the characters are actually fleshed out in thought process. Like, everyone is just kind of stupid. I understand that the show is trying to be comedy, but I feel like everybody's just too stupid. It kind of hurts the feel. Like I said, it's a linear story. It needs to have a serious feel to it to actually go with what's been set up initially in this objective of being a witch trainee and ultimately becoming a witch, you know, getting that good magic power stuff moving for you. So the fact that everybody's just a moron and it hurts the show. I understand it's trying to have that funny humor that Gravity Falls had, but again, because it is trying to be Gravity Falls, it's failing. It's its own thing. It can't be Gravity Falls, okay? Stop trying to be Gravity Falls. Also, the relationship between Evelyn and Ida is just really just... If you couldn't tell what that meant, allow me to translate. This relationship makes no sense. I'm sorry, they're supposed to be against each other. Like I said, everybody is too stupid. Like, you're not supposed to be this casual when you have, like, a sibling, a literal sibling, somebody you grew up with, and you are now at odds with. You do not slip back into pleasantries like that. No, I speak from first-hand experience. When you are at odds with somebody who is close with you, it does not go like this at all. And the way that they execute it is so cliche. It's like, what the frick? Also, King is just Bill 2.0. I'm just, yeah. He's just a fluffier, nicer Bill who's not that actually insane. It's like the sane version of Bill who thinks he's really powerful. Yeah. My third problem with the show is that there seems to be no coherent narrative that spans the entire season. Each episode is its own, like, mini message or whatever. Don't really have a problem with that. It doesn't really fit a coherent narrative, and because, like I said at the beginning, the show sets itself up to be linear, it kinda just... It throws more gasoline onto the fire of this show doesn't know what it's doing. It just kind of takes me out of it, and it's just not enjoyable when I'm constantly being dragged out of what I want to watch. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if they did the initial I'm going to become a witch thing and they progressed the witch thing through the entire show and you learn things about being a witch, no, this is just another friendship thing with a bunch of morals here and there about random relationship stuff like all kids cartoons today. Again, it's just kind of repeating the same thing as other cartoons, and it's also trying to be Gravity Falls. Oh yeah, and another thing, the show just feels like Luz is getting video game upgrades. Like, she's going through a certain part, gets one of these glyph things, and it's like one of her special abilities, and it just says, oh, this is a thing that they threw in here because it's a video game, except for the fact that it's not a video game, and they're just using this method because... It's not actually legitimate learning about, like, this, but just the way that they do it. Sure, she's becoming a witch, but the show doesn't focus enough on that. There's just not enough witch becoming in this, you know? If you're gonna become a witch, at least give me a reason to burn you at the stake. Also, the show is incredibly tropey with its small individual episodes. It's just... blech, blech, blech. Like, I'd bring up an example, but the show is so damn forgettable that I don't hardly remember any real tropes in there, but I swear, if you just pull up TV tropes and go to most common tropes, you will find about 50% of those common tropes within this show. Hi guys, Futurefliss here. I was editing this video and I decided to go back and watch through some of the episodes, and while there are not direct tropes, there is just flat out uncreative writing. And my problem was less of actual trope and clichéness to whereas nothing really plays to the strengths of the characters, and it's all just quite bland and boring. Just more or less a lack of creativity, if you will, rather than just tropey. Alright, back to the video. Oh yeah, and another thing, just a kind of odd off here. I hate how they revealed Ida's curse. It feels like it should have been the main plot of season 1, like a slow reveal into it, but like, oh my god, it's just, they had it and now they practically forgot about it at this point in the show. It's just like,
whatever happened to that, you know?
This show just kind of makes me feel bad watching it. I'm not gonna lie, I do not enjoy the show. It's kind of a chore to sit down and watch it, and I'm only watching it to see if it gets better, but it's not. It's actually just not. Also, I want to point out that they're starting to go down the malrepresentation route now, and it just doesn't feel necessary. Like, come on, guys. It's a kid's cartoon. But more on depth on my opinion on that in the next few videos, because I'm going to talk about that topic a lot in the next video. It's the She-Ra one. But with all that said, the show is not without its charm. It is very hard trying to be Gravity Falls, and Gravity Falls is charming, so at least they got a little bit of Gravity Falls charm over. But anywho, yeah, I just hope that they fix these problems in the show. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they won't, and it's just going to continue to be just a mediocre show that I just watch through praying that it gets better, but it probably won't. I don't know, I'm just have really dissatisfaction with just TV and media in general today, and it's all just kind of coming out on this video. Is it deserved? Mostly, but I feel like I was a little, just harsh on it for no specific reason, But anyway, that was Fliss's hot take on Owl House. Did you like the video? I'm pretty sure you didn't, so get your ass out of here. But if I'm gonna be serious, if you guys actually enjoy the content, hit the like button, talk about it to your friends, show the video around. I'm not really doing any marketing for this video. If you enjoy it or know somebody else who would enjoy it, share it with them. I'm just shilling this out to you. But anywho, I need to go work on my notes for my next video, so yeet!